With Hartenstein at the center spot. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Pass to Hartenstein. Holmgren in the corner. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I gotta go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the bucket by the Hawks. And Dort gets it to go.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
Outside Daniel. Back to Reza Shea. Hawks passing it around. Trying to find Johnson.
Oh. You got to be kidding.
Yeah, that's a dunk that would get some high scores. You know Johnson put some time into that one.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Outside, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. Here's Hartenstein. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's stolen by Dort. Over in the corner, Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Young with the steal. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, "Me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me. And those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face." Back to you.
Yep, a wonderful organization. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Reza Shea after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Daniel. Reza Shea sets the screen for Daniel. Here's Young. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. SGA passes to Williams. And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
3rd quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. And Williams gets it to go on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA's got his 9th assist in the game now. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, after winning the title, OKC secured their future. Significant extensions this summer for Chet Holmgren, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and both of their Jalen Williamses. The Thunder are building something for the long haul, guys.
A young, exciting team. Okay, thank you, Shams. Here is Williams, following the bucket by the Hawks. He gets that one.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
To the paint. Here's Okongwu. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Assist from. Young's got his 6th assist on the night. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Came to see me, never on my level, even if we in the same league. Talking too much on the court.
have a chance now to recognize our player of the week, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Reza Shai with the steal. Pass to Johnson. Now Reza Shai, 8 points for him. In the corner, Daniels. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
How about that athleticism from Jalen Johnson?
Oklahoma City leading by 15. Pass to Dort. Hartenstein inside, covered by Okongwu. And so Oklahoma City again turning it over.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
The Hawks trail by 15. Takes a step back. And Young, here we go. Good work there as it goes. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this guy can light up the night with his scoring. Hard for the defense to contain Young.
Outside Williams. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. The Hawks have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Johnson finds Young. Here's Reza Shai. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
And a wide open look for Daniels. Traps in the tray. Daniels has got 5.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Here's SGA. Knocks down the 10-footer. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 27 points.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
Here's Daniels. He's got 5, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Mitchell, he's checked in for George. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Gaze checked in. Holmgren can't hit. The Hawks trail by 15. Taken away by Williams. Holmgren right side. Pass to Mitchell. Lets it go with a 3. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 5 assists in the game. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Here at some of the numbers for Zaccharie Reza Shai. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. It's an 18-point game. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
This guy's been great, no doubt about it, but it hasn't been enough to get them where they want to be.
Pass to Hartenstein. Shoots it. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And that's now 6 points for Isaiah Hartenstein. Now it's hard to see OKC doing what they did last year without Hartenstein.
I would argue, Kevin, one of the biggest free agent signings in that particular offseason. Hartenstein fills a role as important as any on the team. He can facilitate offense. He's a rim protector, a dominant rebounder. You talk about a plug-and-play guy, that's Isaiah.
And here now the Thunder, following the bucket by the Hawks. Gilgeous-Alexander. Johnson with the rebound. Here's Risacher. It's a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback. Gay's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
In this league, you've got to be able to convert against tight coverage. J-Dub, yes, sir.
Pass to Gay. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. A three-pointer off the mark. The Thunder leading by 15. Here's Mitchell. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Holmgren in the post. Johnson's there. Back to Holmgren. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 4 assists in the game. Johnson outside. And then Johnson with the jam.
It is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
Hartenstein inside. 6 points for him.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Here's Gay, and the rejection by Holmgren. Here's Williams. Here's Hartenstein. Plays it up off the glass. Hartenstein's got 8 points.
Well, this is what Isaiah Hartenstein does, right? He just keeps working on the glass. Both ends. Nicely done.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. For Oklahoma City, Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Alex Caruso comes in for Jalen Williams. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Young. 20 points for him. Launches it. And the 3 ball is good. Young's got 7 now in this quarter.
And most of the time, you expect Young's three ball to fall. That's just how good he is.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Oklahoma City, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First free throw is good. Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA the Hawks last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this group didn't miss a beat.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 15. Wiggins, good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. And the Thunder lead by 19. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Holmgren. Gay with the rebound. Gay's got 8 rebounds in this game. Young taking his time here. Krejci passes to Alexander Walker. He gets it up, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Thunder lead by 19. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Atlanta, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Wallace. Then it's Jalen Johnson. And Gay is in at the 5 spot. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Oklahoma City leading by 21. Outside Williams. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Williams can't hit. And for the Hawks, they're shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Gay misses. The Thunder shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. Caruso finds Dort. There's Williams with the 3, rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson surveying the floor. Wallace outside. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second makes sense.
Alexander Walker passes to Wallace. It's stolen by Dort. And now a fast break for the Thunder. From about 16, and the shot is good from Johnson.
An underrated part of what Johnson brings to this offense, that mid-range game.
Johnson against Williams. Outside Williams. This one for three. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And since arriving in the NBA, sharing the ball is something Johnson has worked at.
Here's Williams. Dort left side. Pass to Caruso. Williams for three. Cranes the three-pointer. Williams has got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Here's the screen. Here's Alexander Walker. Rebound by Williams. Oklahoma City leading by 21. Here's Caruso. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And last season, the Thunder with the best record in the NBA, and Greg, the best point differential in NBA history.
How about eclipsing the 71 Lakers that were led by the great Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West? And OKC started that season as the youngest team in the league. Needless to say, we've never seen anything like it.
The first one falls. And DB, you watch how the Thunder play defense. Great rim protection.
Kevin, this philosophy is all about taking away the paint first. If the ball is in the paint, sharks are in the water.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Hartenstein's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Johnson against Williams. Johnson kicks to Young. Offline with his three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. DB, we saw a move by the league to let a little bit more contact go. Have they been consistent with that, or do you see some backpedaling at all?
I don't see any backpedaling at all. I think maybe the area where you most see this manifest is the point of attack dribble. That first dribble, defenders are really able to attack defensively. Listen, this is a hard thing. You want to bring more physicality back, but you've got to do it carefully.
For the Thunder, Holmgren, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Dort. And Mitchell drops them both. Here's Young. Johnson outside. Pass to Riza-Shea. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Thunder. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Young with no one around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
Mitchell outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams from outside. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Holmgren against Young. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Yep, it counts. SGA's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And here's Young from the arc.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
And the called on Jalen Williams. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And then for Atlanta, Okongwu comes in for Newell. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Thunder have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Caruso. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 6th assist on the night. Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Young's shot is off.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Mitchell dishes to Wiggins. Back to Mitchell. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Young against Mitchell. Here's the 3. And Trae Young gets the 3. Young's got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for Atlanta. Wiggins outside. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Rebound by the Hawks. Young outside. Here's Risacher. Here's Okongwu. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
This is what happens when you fail to put a body on someone. The ball is bound to find them.
Out to the wing. Caruso kicks to Wiggins. And it's off from 3-point range. The Hawks shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Young pass to Johnson. Here's Risacher. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Back to Mitchell. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Trae Young, and he's been doing tremendous work feeding his teammates.
It's been fun to see him activate this offense. He's 1 away from 10 assists.
Now, here is Young. Misses from short range.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
Young against Mitchell. It's Williams, high post. Here's Joe. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Young against Mitchell. The 3. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Young. From outside the arc. Here's Okongwu. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Now, here's Mitchell. Wiggins outside. Deflects the pass. Here's Mitchell. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Drills it from outside. Young's got 32 points.
Oh, great look there. Young off a pass will normally knock those down.
Pass to Wiggins. Down low.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Thunder.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy's vision was on point all night. He kept everyone involved.
You know, an awesome decision maker in that pick and roll. Young taking whatever he sees in these sets.
Now, here's Mitchell. Over Young. The Thunder with another miss. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 15-4 run. The shot and game clock separated by 4. There's the triple. Rebound by Williams. And here is Mitchell. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.